Hello friends, and welcome back to another virtual story time with Miss Liz. I mentioned in yesterday's story time that in the coming weeks, we'll be focusing on stories about politics, democracy, and freedom. Today, we are reading a book about a slightly different kind of freedom, the freedom to be ourselves. The book for today is Jacob's New Dress. This book was written by Sarah and Ian Hoffman and illustrated by Chris Case, and it was published by Albert Whitman and Company. This is a book about a young person who's discovering that they like certain things and other people might not understand at first why they like those things and why they act the way they do. So we're going to read this story to see if we can understand a bit better about what makes us us and how to treat others with kindness and empathy. Here we go. Jacob's New Dress by Sarah and Ian Hoffman, illustrated by Chris Case. At school, Jacob ran to join Emily in the dress-up corner. Look at this amazing set of things they have to play with. Lots of ways to play. Emily slid into a shiny yellow dress while Jacob wiggled into a sparkly pink dress. They both reached for the crown, but Jacob got there first. "I'll be the princess," he said. Christopher, who's over here dressed as a green dragon, frowned. "Jacob, why do you always wear girl clothes? Put on the knight armor. That's what the boy wears." And here Christopher's holding the knight's helmet. "Christopher, stop telling us what to do," said Emily. I think Emily is a good friend, and it's great that Emily stood up for themselves. Ms. Wilson, the teacher, heard the hubbub. "What's going on, kids?" she asked. "Jacob is wearing girl clothes," complained Christopher. And he certainly does look grumpy, a grumpy dragon. "The dress-up corner is where we use our imaginations," Ms. Wilson said. "You can be a dinosaur, a princess, a farmer, anything. Christopher, what do you want to be?" "A boy," Christopher scowled. Ms. Wilson smiled. "Jacob, you try it. What new thing could you imagine being? A firefighter or a policeman?" "Ms. Wilson," Jacob said proudly, "I'm the princess." And he was. Seems like Christopher is having trouble understanding why Jacob, who he understands is a boy, wants to dress up as a princess, which he thinks is a girl's only thing. Do you think Christopher's right? Can only girls dress up to be princesses? Can people who don't identify as girls still want to do things like dress like a princess? Let's find out. "How was school today?" Jacob's mom asked, studying Jacob's face. "Did you have fun?" "Christopher says boys can't wear dresses," said Jacob. "Can they, Mom?" "Of course they can." Mom hugged Jacob. "Why don't you get the dress you wore on Halloween and play in that?" "Ooh, I can't wait to see this Halloween dress." Jacob put on his witch's dress and twirled around. He loved the way the black lace swirled around him. "I want to wear my dress to school," he said. Jacob's mom frowned. "I don't think so," she said. "That's for dress up at home. It would get dirty at school." "Then can I get a regular dress? A dress I can wear to school?" asked Jacob. Mom was quiet. "Let me think about that," she says. So see, Jacob's mom is being supportive, telling Jacob, of course boys can wear dresses, but is she going to let him wear a dress to school? Jacob wondered what to play next. Pirate? Princess? Bird? Heaping 3 towels on the floor, Jacob made a nest. Then he wrapped another towel around himself for feathers. Snug and warm, he imagined what a school dress would look like. The next morning, Jacob stood on the stairs wrapped in a giant bath towel. Look at that. "What are you wearing?" asked Mom. "It's like a dress, but I can get it dirty," Jacob said, pointing to the towel. "I made it." Dad frowned. "You can't go to school like that." "Put on some shorts and a shirt under that dress thing," Mom said. "And hurry, we're late for school." Well, looks like Dad thought Jacob couldn't go to school like that because, well, the towel really isn't covering him very well. You see how his shoulder's out? And I think his parents wanted him to put something else on underneath. When they got to school, "What's that?" demanded Christopher. Oh, look at Christopher. He always has a grumpy face. Jacob moved closer to his mom. "Good morning, Christopher," said Jacob's mom. "Jacob's wearing something new he invented. Isn't it nice?" Christopher didn't answer. "I want a dress like that," cried Emily. "Where'd you get it?" "It's not a dress," said Jacob, glancing up at his mom. "It's a dress thing." Jacob saw Emily smile and grin back. "I can make you one." The playground that day was full of laughter and running feet as the children played tag. See them all running around? Christopher sneaked up, yanked off Jacob's towel, and ran away. "Christopher is mean," hissed Emily. And I do think that's true. Right now, Christopher is acting not very nice at all. Jacob watched Christopher wave the towel like a captured flag and started to cry. Oh, poor Jacob. That Christopher really takes an issue with how Jacob chooses to express himself. Maybe he'll be able to change his ways. Let's see. "How was school today?" Jacob's mom asked. "Oh, Christopher stole my dress thing," said Jacob, and the tears flooded back. His mom gave him a hug. "I'm sorry. Christopher's not always a good friend." "Mom," whispered Jacob, "can you help me make a real dress?" Mom didn't answer. And the longer she didn't answer, the less Jacob could breathe. I think Jacob might be feeling worried that even his own mother, who he loves very much, doesn't understand him and might not support him wanting to wear a dress to school. What do you think she's going to do? "Let's get the sewing machine," she said finally. Jacob felt the air refill his body. He grinned, and Mom smiled back. "There are all sorts of ways to be a boy," Jacob's mom said, "right?" "I agree. There's no one way to be." "Well, the one way to be is the way that you want to be, not the way that anyone else expects you to be." That's what I think. Dad looked up from his book. "Mom and I made a dress," said Jacob quietly. Dad studied the dress. Jacob started to get that can't breathe feeling again. I think he was waiting to see how his dad would react. Maybe he was a little nervous that his dad might not understand because he also loves his dad very much. "Finally, I can see you worked hard on that dress," said Dad. "Are you sure you want to wear it to school?" Jacob nodded. Dad nodded back and smiled. "Well, it's not what I would wear, but you look great." Oh, isn't that so kind? Jacob's dad made him feel understood and loved no matter what he looked like or what he wore. And it looks like the dog appreciates it too. Look at that cute dog face. Jacob skipped up the front walk to school. He found Emily inside and showed her his new dress. They found matching colors in their clothes and laughed. They both were wearing purple and white dresses that day. "Do you want to play dress up?" asked Emily. "No, monkey bars," said Jacob, and together they ran out to the playground. And look at all the things Jacob could do with his dress. He could climb, he could slide, he could do monkey bars, he could play tetherball. He could do all sorts of things, all the same things he was used to doing, even without a dress on. At circle time, Jacob said proudly, "My mom and I made this dress. We used her sewing machine." "That's wonderful," said Ms. Wilson. "Was the sewing machine hard to use?" "Why does Jacob wear dresses?" interrupted Christopher. Of course, Christopher's still having a hard time understanding what Jacob is doing. Ms. Wilson paused. "I think Jacob wears what he's comfortable in, just like you do. Not very long ago, little girls couldn't wear pants. Can you imagine that?" "It is hard to imagine. I wear pants almost every day. And to think that at one point, ladies and girls and women of all kinds couldn't wear pants? That sounds strange to me, knowing now that I can wear whatever I want without fear." Christopher heard what Ms. Wilson said and shook his head. "I asked my dad and he said boys don't wear dresses." Jacob rubbed at the hem of his dress, looking at the little stitches he'd sewn himself. He could hear Ms. Wilson and the other kids talking, but their words sounded far away. He was thinking about his dress and what it meant to wear a dress. On the playground, Christopher yelled, "Let's play tag! Boys versus girls! Jacob, you're on the girls' team!" A bunch of kids laughed. Jacob felt his dress surrounding him like armor. Soft, cottony, magic armor. I think he's feeling more confident than ever. "Christopher, I made this dress. I'm proud of it, and I'm going to wear it. And you know what else?" Jacob tagged Christopher and said, "You're it!" And Jacob sprinted across the playground, his dress spreading out like wings as he ran. Look at that. Here's Christopher standing far back, and Emily and Jacob running across the playground in their purple and white dresses. And that, my friends, is the end. Now, we don't learn at the end of the story if Christopher ever understands better why Jacob likes to wear dresses, and if Christopher learns to accept Jacob for who he is and no matter what he wears. But I like to imagine that as time goes on, Christopher learns to be a bit kinder to people in his life. So if you're interested in reading more books like this, there is another book called Jacob's Room to Choose, and that is also by Sarah and Ian Hoffman. You can find it at your local library. So I hope you all enjoyed reading with me today, and I will see you next week for more great books. Thanks for watching.